Hey humans, before this video begins, we just wanted to give a shout out, me and Daddy, to the Black Dragon. The Black Dragon is an amazing guy. He's from the Matt Cave Gaming channel and from the Echo Base Network. He's a great guy. He helped out Moses the Kitty. Moses the Kitty still needs some help, guys. If you can, we have until tomorrow to try and help him. We're going to put the link to the GoFundMe in this video too. Okay? Thank you again, Mr. Black Dragon, for being so kind. You're awesome. Okay, here's round 6 of Innistrad Remastered versus Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. Love you, humans. Bye. Do you see this pug? This is a pug, not on livers. These are livers. This is a pug on livers. Hey, Kama. Good livers? Good afternoon, Magic players and card collectors of all kinds. Welcome back to the channel. Ooh, it's curving like a mother. Huh. Can I get it to settle? Don't think it wants to settle. Give me a second. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. Dun, dun, dun. Someone play that elevator music over this. Do 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 do. Okay, here we are. It's time for new set versus old set. So, at the time of recording, I do not know the results of the poll. Hopefully you guys saw the poll and actually went and voted. If nobody has voted in the poll by the time this video airs on Thursday, I'm gonna call round 5 a tie. I forgot to move the bed. Damn it. So many things I forgot to do this morning before I started recording. There we go. We don't want cards falling into the crack. Okay. So, as I was saying, it also makes it better for you guys for the view. Beautiful. Okay. As I was saying, at the time of recording, I don't know who won round 5. So, I'm going to assume it's a tie. But I do know there were a lot of votes for the doggo. Kaiba also votes for the doggo. If you love the doggo and you think that Yoshimaru won last round, give me a shout out in this video's comments and I will take that into account in the poll. And I will post at the end of the day, Friday, who won round 5. Okay, Kaiba, eat the treats. And whoever won round 5 will be taken into account for this round. That being said, not to fret, I do have one extra set of each pack. Or, sorry, one pack of each set left. Got that backwards. So, no matter what, we will have a 7th round. So, if it was a tie,
then whoever gets this round would win the series at 6 packs, because the series is originally supposed to be a 6-pack series. If there was a winner last round and the other pack happens to win this round, then we will have a tiebreaker round in round 7. But either way, in round 7, I will definitely be able to announce the winner. So, for now, let's dive into round 6. Since we don't have an official winner yet, what I thought I would do for some fun is I would roll a dice. But then I forgot to get the dice out. Well, we have our wonderful spin down from the other day. I know spin downs kind of suck for rolling, but we'll use it anyways. Odds for Innistrad, evens for Kamigawa. Here we go, here we go, here we go. It was an 18. So Kamigawa is going to be the one we opened first. Let's see if Kamigawa has what it takes to continue its streak. If round 5 went to Kamigawa, they're up 3-2 right now, which means that they have the chance to win this on this pack. And if last round was a tie, they also have a chance to win it on this pack. Assuming I can open this pack. There we go. Alright, we're getting some... we just got one of those stupid, advertisement cards. That sucks. I was hoping for a token. At least we got a cool art card. Although I think I've pulled that one before. We'll put that to the side. And we've got ourselves a beautiful forest to start us off. Don't know why the focus is so bad on this camera right now. Hopefully that's better. Alright, let's get going. Ooh, pulled a rat ninja right off the bat. That's pretty cool. Beautiful full art. Silver Furmaster. Ninjutsu, 1 blue, 1 black. Ninjutsu abilities cost 1 less to activate. Nice. Other ninja and rogue creatures you control get +1/+1. Also nice. Definitely a top card. Jukai Trainee. Whenever it blocks or becomes blocked, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. I'm gonna mid that one. Thundersteel Colossus is an insanely good vehicle. Costs a lot to put into play, but you get to use it right away. And in addition to that, it only costs 2 to crew it, so pretty solid. I'm gonna still mid it though because of the high cost to put into play. Tamiyo's Safekeeping. Actually, no, I'm gonna top it. Target permanent you control gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. You gain 2 life. For 1 green? That's amazing. Tamiyo's Completion. Flash, enchant artifact, creature, or planeswalker. When it enters the battlefield, tap enchanted permanent. If it's an equipment, unattach it. The enchanted permanent loses all abilities and doesn't untap during its untap step. Costs 4 to put into play, but that targets a lot of stuff. Kato's Pursuit. Target player discards 2 cards. Ninjas and rogues you control gain menace until end of turn. I think we pulled this the other day, and it's a pretty solid one. Tawashi Guidebot is also a pretty solid one. When it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Pay 4 to draw a card, but it costs 1 less for each modified creature you control. So a pretty decent artifact creature. Walking Skyscraper is pretty cool too. Costs 1 less to cast for each modified creature. Trample, and has hexproof if you haven't tapped it yet. That one though, I'm going to mid. Azusa's Many Journeys, I'm also going to mid. We've pulled that before, it's pretty decent. The card it transforms into is what's probably the better thing. Because whenever it becomes blocked, you get to untap 3 lands, which is pretty cool. But the other side's still nice. You get to play an extra land for your first round, you get 3 life for the second round. So, all in all, a pretty solid card, but I'm still going to mid it. We'll top it. Invoke Despair. This is our rare. Target opponent sacrifices a creature. If they can't, they lose 2 life, and you draw a card. Then repeat this process for an enchantment and a planeswalker. Cool. Costs 5 to play, but still cool. And Ancestral Katana, which is okay. Whenever a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, you can pay 1, and if you do, you can attach this thing to it, and it gets +2/+1. It's not bad. Not great, but not bad. If this is the final pack for Kamigawa, they got a ton of stuff up top, but no legendary, which is unfortunate. I'm definitely going to give it to the Rat Ninja, though, and to Azusa's, with third place going to the Invoke Despair. So top 3 cards on this side are those. We're going to move that there. We'll put these like that. And we'll just move the coin a little bit over, and we'll see what we get on this side. Innistrad definitely has a chance to take this one away. Assuming the doggo did win, which, to be honest, based on your guys' comments in round 5's video, I definitely think you're going to give the vote to the doggo, and I'm okay with that. I do love Yoshimaru. I think it's an amazingly fun card. And I definitely have a good deck to put it in. But, for now, assuming it's a tie, this is the chance for Innistrad to pull off a victory. Art card? Is that the... Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be. Damn. Kraken attacking an ocean liner. Pretty solid art on that one. I'd like to pull that card and see what it actually is, to be honest. Grapple with the past. Mill 3 cards, and you may return a creature or land card from your graveyard to your hand. Cost 2, but that's a damn fine instant. Blood Mad Vampire. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on it. And it has Madness 1 in a red. It's a 4/1. So, I mean... if it gets through, you might get to grow it and keep it around, but if not, it's going to die real fast. I'm going to admit that. Abundant Maw. Costs 6 and a black to play it as it's a merge, otherwise it costs 8. So either way, you're paying a lot. When you cast it, target opponent loses 3 life and you gain 3 life. I'm going to mid that. That could have been the first low, to be honest. Flash enchanted creature gets -X/-0, where X is the number of cards in your graveyard. That's hilarious. Spontaneous Mutation is definitely a cool card. Back to the top we go. Falconwrath Torturer. Sacrifice a creature. This creature gains flying until end of turn. If the sacrificed creature was a human, you get to put a +1/+1 counter on it. Interesting. I'm going to top that. Because the deck I'm planning to put that in, if I decide to put it in, it would definitely work really well. When this creature enters, investigate. That's okay. Ooh, Ecstatic Awakener. I've pulled this guy before. I actually like this one. You sacrifice another creature, you draw a card, and then you transform this thing. It costs 2 and a black to pull that off, but once you do, you get a 4/4 demon, which is decent. Not great, but decent. I thought the demon had flying, to be honest. I forgot about that. So we're going to definitely mid it instead of putting it up top like I originally thought. Whenever this creature attacks or blocks, other humans you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Not bad. Indulgent Aristocrat. 1/1 with lifelink, pay 2, sacrifice a creature, put a +1/+1 counter on each vampire you control. Okay, that's top. Biolume Egg. Defender. When this creature enters, scry 2. When you sacrifice this creature, return it to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control at the beginning of next end step, and it becomes the Biolume Serpent, where you have to sacrifice 2 islands in order to make it unblockable, and it's a 4/4. That is not going in my deck anytime soon. Bottom. You can't even see that. It's off screen. That works for me. Haunted Ridge. Enters tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands. Taps for black or red. I like it. Ooh, Killing Wave. 2025 printing, but it looks like an old school art. X in black. For each creature, its controller sacrifices it unless they pay X life. Oh my god. Wow! Okay, that's going to the top. Guardian of Pilgrims. When this creature enters, target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. That's okay. Not great, but okay. And, Plains. I mean, surprisingly, that was actually not a great Innistrad pack either. But the few things that we pulled from Innistrad that were amazing were definitely really amazing. What I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna say the top 3 pulls are Killing Wave for sure, and that a vampire there, and probably the Spontaneous Mutation because it has flash. I do love the Grapple with the Past. Don't get me wrong, especially because it doesn't have to be one of the cards you milled, but I'm still going to say these 3 are the tops. So, by comparison, I think Killing Wave is probably the best card in the pulls. But, no, you know what? I don't think there is a but. I do love this Rat Ninja, don't get me wrong. It's a really cool card, but I'm going to have to give this one to Innistrad. Innistrad definitely pulled out this round. So round 6, definitely Innistrad's. If you guys gave round 5 to Kamigawa, it is still in the running as a potential combatant for round 7 in the final round. Otherwise, sad to say, this contest has come to an end. Regardless of what happens in the bonus round, it will just be a fun round. And New Set has pulled it off for the second time for sure. The last one we had ended in a tie. So technically an old set has never actually won yet in this contest series. But perhaps the next one might. We'll see when we get to that, though. In the meantime, thank you for tuning in, guys. Give you a shot of the puppy as he drinks some water. Much love to you all from me to you. Take care. Enjoy the ASMR. And bye. If you tuned out when I went to the ASMR, which is probably not the acronym, but I'm not really sure what the acronym is, of the puggy doing his drinking of the water, you are going to miss the tail end of this. I went back and I recounted how many cards there were in the top piles. 6, 7, 8 top cards. I decided for Kamigawa. And Innistrad, despite having more cards in the pack, only had 5 in the top. So even though Killing Wave is definitely the best card of the day, I've decided I'm going to reverse my decision. In a first ever on the channel, I am going to deny the victory to New Set. Old Set is the victor! Raises the hand of Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. Assuming that you guys did not vote for Innistrad in round 5. Now, if you voted for Innistrad in round 5, then this series continues on to the tiebreaker round in round 7, and I will see you guys there. If not, you get a bonus round, and we will celebrate the victory of Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, the first old set to take the series of New Set versus Old. all set. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Much love to you all from me. You take care. Another shot of the Puggy.